Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new dark comedy satire of this whole entire GameStop stock situation, Dumb Money, from director Craig Gillespie. And this film focuses on the craze centered around small traders and hedge fund brokers and giant hedge fund owners competing and clashing over one particular stock that they focus on in the film, GameStop. And this was insane. Like, I remember the hearings happening and all the money people were making. My brother was really pissed off because, like, he had Robinhood and he couldn't, like, they disabled the buying feature and everything, causing all of these concerns. I feel like this film really captures the frustration, the divide between these hedge fund people, the rich of the rich, and just the regular person trying to make a few bucks. And that divide, that David Goliath conflict here in this story is really well realized. Also, the frustration of all of this and how people got away with all this is really resonant, really poignant in the way that it's portrayed in this film. This film has a very specific tone. Craig Gillespie's really great with it. Did it with I, Tonya. Did it with, like Pam and Tommy. And all these different projects that he's been a part of. It's that you know that on some level it's serious. It's dealing with some heavy issues. But it's biting and darkly funny at all possible moments. And I have to give a lot of credit to Lauren Schucker Blum and Rebecca Angelo, who adapted this from Ben Mesrich, the Antisocial Network book, and really captured some great one-liners. It's absolutely hilarious throughout this film, and it really is a easy, breezy, and extremely thoroughly entertaining film. I do have to say, they're balancing a lot of characters, and sometimes they could have gone a little bit deeper with them. Sometimes the dialogue feels a bit too showy or a bit too, like, on the nose about things and trying to explain stuff. And sometimes it doesn't quite dig as deep as it probably could have. But these characters are all extremely likable. A long way goes into the performances, but also the writing in terms of setting these characters up, giving them the right stories for us to feel connected with. Paul Dano, who plays Keith Gill, aka like Roaring Kitty, the one who was really above, in front of the curve, really saw what was coming. He delivers such a nuanced and quirky and weird and offbeat kind of performance. Shailene Woodley, who plays his wife, does a real solid job. Pete Davidson plays his brother Kevin, who's just an asshole and absolutely hilarious. Pete Davidson's doing his thing. America Ferrera is a big standout here as this nurse who's part of like following things around. You get to hear the fun banter with her and her fellow nurse, and you really do get behind her. And Ferrera has had a fantastic year between this and Barbie. You have Anthony Ramos, who's another character that we follow along. But like Vincent D'Onofrio, Seth Rogen, Nick Offerman, they're these big hedge fund guys. And you get to see like each of them playing this kind of role a little bit different. Sebastian Stan playing the guy who runs Robinhood. And like, you even have people like Clancy Brown popping up in here and like Dane DeHaan randomly. But this is such a stacked cast and it really works. You also have the music from Will Bates. It's very atmospheric. It really captures this like new age kind of technology story. Brings that ambiance of like low tonal thriller kind of vibes at times, building up the tension. But it's a soundtrack. I was ready to give this a 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd right when they start using WAP from Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion right at the beginning of the film. I'm like, well, I'm sold. And the rest of the soundtrack is great too. There's a lot of personality in this film, a lot of personality in these performances, and a lot to say about a big occurrence of the past couple of years, and it's significant, and I think this film does a really good job of capturing all of that. But those are my thoughts on Dumb Money. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.